Hello, this is RN, and today we are going to view a demo of NTUF label software. The NTUF label software is primarily used for stores and marts for creating labels of items or products, or it can also be used for promotions or any kind of offers. So we will see some of the key features of what is offered by NTUF label software, and that will be helpful in setting up the software and to get a quick overview of the features of NTUF label software. Okay, so let's move on. So as a part of this software, when you try to get a download link for the file, save the file on your local drive, double click on the setup to run the setup file to install it, and once you install it, you should be able to see an NTUF label icon on your desktop. Double click on the NTUF label icon and log in using the admin mode. The user ID is admin and password is admin, and you will be able to see the screen that I'm sharing right now. So I will offer some kind of quick snapshot of this software that will be helpful for you to set it up and navigate the software accordingly. So after logging in using admin mode, the first and foremost thing that you should do is click on the help menu and click the content option. This is typically a regular feature that we use on all the softwares, where you should be able to follow the step-by-step guide. That is the first step in setting up the software so that you can use efficiently as you move forward. The only one point here is, I think the step-by-step guide is only for the first time setup, and once you are through, you can certainly explore more options and customize or make changes to the preference that you have based on your company, shop or store needs. Okay, so in the step-by-step guide, again, we would like to do a quick walkthrough, so we will run it real quick. The key point here is all the fields are mandatory. Whenever you make an entry into any of the option, all of the fields or items must be filled with either blank or filled with without blank or non-blank characters. So one of the key aspect in setting up of the company is to provide the company information. Again, it's not totally mandatory, and it will just give some kind of information for you to indicate that you have recorded your company information within the software. The other pieces are user, license and customize. Again, these are not so critical within the NTUF label software because the key aspect is only setting up of item and how do you design and print those labels. But we can certainly go through these information about company, user, license and customize real quick. Let me flip that. So we'll go to click the admin menu and click on the company option. So within this one, all you can do is you can provide your company's name, information and other relevant details as you feel so by clicking on the modify button. Make changes into that and save it. The next piece is user. This is more of information only purpose, but the key login mode is admin, where you can perform all of these steps um, as the need arises. So the initial login ID is admin and password is admin. That has the admin rights. You certainly can change the password at any time. Let's exit this. Moving on, we talk about license. If you have received the license after purchase for NTUF software, you can certainly key in the license to get the full view. Now, the licensed software does not have any specific restrictions if you don't have license, but it's more of full-fledged functionality and support that you get it from the company. Customize is more of screen related features that you have, which you can change it for the look and feel of the software. The one other piece is the group. This is more of a categorization for your items, so that you can just relate those items into one of these groups that you want to print the labels for. So we have created one for items and the other for promotion. We'll go through that. Now the key thing here is within the transaction, let's click on the item. These are the item entries which you want to create the label for. So one of the example that I want to show is, for example, the manager's shop, which has one of the product called comfort wool stitched sweater. So we have provided all the information here. The category is items, and we use the tab key to navigate across different fields. This is new product. So these are the 6 labels that we use it for the label creation, and that suffices more or less how to create and print the labels. Now so this is the label text one that we have put. It is manager's shop, wool grade, it says sweater, some specifications, we have put some cost, and this is more of barcode or the product code. We'll hit save. So either there are 2 options. You can make an entry of the item that you want to print the labels for. Say for example, in your store you have purchased this particular sweater, 20 pieces of this sweater, and you would like to create the labels, 20 labels for those single piece items, so that you can peel the sticker and put it on the product or item. Now the next piece is the next particular feature is the design label. So this is a key aspect where you have to design the label, how do you need your label to be printed for. So I would like to show some specific styles. So just hit modify button, name a particular design that is a unique name for this particular design. So this is the first style. The label looks in this format, which has label 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 text. This is the second style, which has the labels in this format. This is the third style. This is fourth. This is fifth, and this is sixth style. So what we will try to do is here, let us go with the sixth style, and we would like to set up the size for 2 by 10 or say 3 by 8. I'll click on this list, on this particular selection option for this listing. So the size and format I'm trying to select is 3 by 8. You can change the label, font, type, alignment, and the text size for each of these labels. I'll hit save. Once you're done with the design label, you can go to the print label when you want to print it. Click on that, and the option that I'm trying to select is the new product. So let us keep it in mind what is the item that we are talking about. The item we are talking about is new product. So I have selected the new product here. So let me make some changes. I'll select new product, which is the first one. We will keep it as it is. The design ID is the first ID. Right now we have only one design. You can certainly keep on adding that. The print name is new product, and I would like to print, say for example, 3 labels, or say 5 labels, and I will hit save. Now to directly print the labels, all you can do is directly go to the report option on the operation tab and hit enter. Now you should be able to see these are the formats of labels that will be generated. Either you can print directly, or you can export it and print at a different location, or you can email this to somebody for them to print it. So the Microsoft Outlook is needed for you to email the report in case if you would like to print this one. So let me trigger some other options. We click a different style, go to the design label, and I would like to change the style. Say for example, this style I'll make modification and I will put it as the second option, so the label changes in this format, or you change it to say third piece or the fourth one. So there is some highlight over here, and we would like to change the font to say Cambria. So you can certainly notice when you try to print it. Now I go to print label and print this particular report. You should be able to see a change in the font and the style of the same information. We requested, or we require the labels to be printed for 5 pieces, and the 5 labels are here with a different style, different font, and the structure is the same. So overall the information for this particular piece is the same, but it shows in a different format. Now let us select a different piece. Instead of new product, I have a promotion that I would like to print it. So I'll click the promotion, we'll save it and print the report. So this is a buy one get one offer that you can also print it to provide it to your customers. So these are some of the features. Let me provide a quick overview of the options in the menu. Transaction has these items, which is including the item. You can create whether it is an item, whether it is a product, or any kind of offer or promotion. So either you can create the item, or you can import it by keying in the information in the Excel sheet, and that can be added within the item. So all you need to do is select a single item and print multiple labels. We talked about design label is to design it, and the number of copies of a particular label that you want to print comes here. Import is importing specific to item. You can also export the information outside of this software. Operation is again all the options of the operation tab with respect to add, modify, delete. You want to save the information. Xerox is similar to cloning of the record, and you want to cancel a entry edition when you try to edit or modify an entry that you want to save it or cancel it. These are the navigation buttons, which is for first, prior, next and last. You can do an inquiry to find what are the different information that is available here, so that you can see it directly. Similarly, You can find it for each and every piece. So this is for inquiry, and report will directly create the report option, whether it is a report label report, or a different nature of report. So for report, we have the item listing, what all type of items you have, the listing of all the different designs that you have created, and finally the label print in a particular way. So here you need to select the print ID. So for example, if I select 2, this is the format how the option comes up. So if you try to select 1, you can try to print out those many number of coupons accordingly based on the number and count. Master we talked about. Admin is more initial setup. Again, those are not so mandatory or required for this particular software, but when you want to create multiple copies, all you need is basically the item and design and print labels. And finally, I think we talked about the help content that will be useful for you to understand what are the features available. You can certainly include some of the favorites when you try to click the favorite. So for example, I select customize, the one which you like to use frequently. Either you can add it. So right now it is removed. On this is more of a toggle click. If you toggle it again, it will add the customize option. This is the usage stats of statistics for different options that you are using frequently. So we have been using the print feature for more number of times. That's what it shows. So that's very specific about the NTUF label, and we hope you like this particular demo. Again, it's a very thin and small software, but it is certainly a very useful software for your store when you want to create multiple labels or promotions or products or any kind of information that you want to use for your store. So I hope this particular demo might have helped you to some extent to understand what this software NTUF label software is all about and the way to utilize it. And if you feel that the demo has solved the purpose for your store or for creating labels for your products or items, that will be helpful and I'll be happy for that. Thank you very much.